Hello everybody and welcome back to Space Crew. So sorry we're starting a bit late tonight. I had a render going for one of the few recordings I was able to make over this past week. Just didn't really have a whole lot of time to work on recording videos to try and catch up. But yeah, that took a bit longer than I had anticipated. Also, is that a pigeon wearing a Star Trek uniform? It looks like a pigeon wearing the D&G uniform. That is the first time I've noticed that. Okay. Let's just, move on. Okay, so. I think the plan might have been to recover the comms probe and then eliminate the champion. I think. They're both technically considered high-risk missions. While we have continuously gotten close to knocking out the enemy ace, we've never quite managed to get the last little bit of damage we need to finish him off. I think the biggest thing we need is some more money. Which admittedly he's worth a pretty penny. But I think I'm just going to go ahead and go for the extra research that recovering the comms probe gets us. Use the money that gets us as well. And hopefully, from that, we will be able to get the last little bit of upgrades to our firepower to hopefully be able to actually finish him off. Because if we do it right now and we don't kill him, we get 0 reward. It is literally a wasted mission, and he can still run away if we go out on this mission. There's 0 reason for him to stay. He has no obligation to do it. So yeah, let's go ahead and recover the comms probe. I think we're going to take the safe route because this is a high-risk mission. And the enemy champion will apparently be on the mission. Okay, because of course he will. Yeah, that's an okay setup. 1 to gravity and then 2 to everything else. That means, in theory, Edry here should be capable of actually evading asteroids. I'm not counting on it, but in theory, they'll be better at it. Oh shit, what's this? Wait. Game. Where the hell is this thing? Oh, right there. Way the hell above me. Yeah, let's go ahead and scan that. That is extra research, I believe. Well, I mean, that would make sense. It is unidentified phasmid technology. Just remembered I forgot to go ahead and send out the post on Twitter. Because I don't have Twitch doing that automatically. Okay, game, you said this was the... Okay, never mind, there are enemies incoming. I was about to say, you say this is a safe path, but, I mean, it's a little too safe, don't you think? Okay, yep. God damn, you are really good at tagging enemies. let you guys go ahead and take care of this as you like. You seem like you can do a pretty good job at it. I got the big dude. Also, maybe turn the ship around so we can actually get more guns on target. There we go, one down. And more enemies incoming, it looks like. Yep. More incoming. Oh, quite a few incoming. Okay. Sure game. None of these guys are boarders, so we'll just let them go. Let these guys choose targets as they like. Oh, Huerta, I forgot to tell you to get on your gun. That's probably part of our problem. That's my bad. And that engine is leaking. Can you guys take care of these guys quickly? Please? Because I don't want to let that leak for too long. But I also don't want to send somebody out there. Oh my god. Okay, yeah, no. Get off that rear gun. It's leaking tons of radiation there, and you need to heal up anyway. Okay, you know what? We're gonna go in and call in fighter support. We can call in more later. The oxygen is going now, because of course it is. Wonderful, get back inside quickly. Okay, so for a safe route, it's not actually that safe. Seems like a bit of a lie. We're gonna go ahead and remove the gravity and add a little extra to shields. And let's go ahead and continue on. Yeah, ship took quite the beating. Okay, didn't even have time. And because we already called in the fighter support, I can't call it in right now. And now it happened to also be a good time to call in that fighter support. Oh shit. Bert, I got a job for you. Another engine is leaking. Oh, but they're being killed by the radiation, it looks like. That or they were being shot by their friendlies. One of the two. I'm not quite sure which it was. Mendez, hop on that gun for the time being. Go ahead, drop that back. Oh shit, did we? Oh my god, we got him, I think. Berta, you get on your gun. Wonderful, we got him. We're taking quite the beating, though. Mendez, get out of there. Mendez is gonna go down, I think. Or just barely avoid it. I need that engine repaired ASAP. Those guys, I think, just, like, absolutely destroy our shields. Okay, Mendez, you're good enough. I don't need you at full health, I just need you to not be on the verge of death. We do have power to the weapons, right guys? Maybe not. Get on your gun. Finally, Jesus Christ. Okay. We need to take care of a few things. Huerta needs to heal. You're gonna give us gravity back. No, you, go heal. You also need to heal. But I don't think we're really gonna have enough healing juice to get us through this. Somebody's probably gonna go down during this mission. Oh, and I think I forgot to actually set you to defensive flying. Which would have made a bit of a difference, nothing too severe. Yep, that is all of our healing juice. At this point, we are all out. Now, Edry, you have 17% evasion. Don't fly us into asteroids. God damn it. Well, that one came from behind. I guess you can't really avoid those. At least you are actually attempting to evade them now. Previously, you would literally fly headlong into them and just be like, nah, we'll be fine. No, let's get the hell out of here before the enemy... God, no, shit. Didn't get out in time. finish it off. Don't let it... Thank you. I really don't need one of my guys being distracted. Okay. And again, I forgot to tell you to switch to defensive flying. Okay, we're gonna have to clear these guys out first. Oh, we do actually have one of the boarding craft. And defensive flying. Gotta use that wonderful 27% evasion. Edry's gonna go down, which sucks because I'm gonna have to tell Mendez to get up and get her up. Okay, I think we got rid of the boarding craft. Yeah, looks like it. Shit. That damn engine's damaged again. You know what? Mendez, I got a job for you. I gave you a secondary skill in engineering, you're gonna use it. Try not to die. Fuck, getting boarded. Huerta, get up. Need you to take care of some enemies that are boarding us. And the other engine's down as well. Oh shit, Pysic went down. I'm gonna have to get somebody over there to get him up, but I don't have time right now. Huerta, just put that wherever. Oh, shit. And Pysic died. We weren't able to get him up in time. And we're being boarded again. God damn. What the fuck happened to the difficulty? Because I swear it was not like this when I played this way back in the day. No, god damn it. Huerta, get over there. Mendez, get Edry up. Okay, we're replacing one of our gunners after this mission. Sadly. Damn it, we're being boarded again. Of course, part of the issue is that Mendez is not currently able to do her job of scouting everything super quickly for us. Fuck. Oxygen's down. Oh my god, it's all going to hell in a handbasket. Call in fighter support. Now, Edry, just get the hell out of Dodge. Get back on your station now. Okay, you get the shields up. Oh god, we're being freaking double teamed. Oh god damn it. No! Bennett, I need you up. I need you to go ahead and get Memadovi up. Huerta, get on your gun. And you're down. And so is Mendez. Oh my god. Okay, well, I think we're losing the ship at the rate this is going. Get Mendez up. Get Huerta. Fuck. Amdovi, get over there. Edry, on your console. Defensive flying, even though we have literally no power. I don't care. Do what you can. No, Bennett, get on that side. Or, no. Okay, go back to your normal one. Fully repair that. You switch weapons so you can actually shoot shit. Okay, we are all out of medkits, so if anybody needs to get healed, they are shit out of luck at this point. We have an entire arc of our ship that is completely vulnerable to the enemy now. And a fire that is continuing to spread because I haven't exactly had time to go ahead and take care of it. Bennett, while Mamdovi works on getting the grav generator back up, how about you go ahead and put out that fire, that massive, massive fire in the back. I didn't realize we were flying a Ford Pinto. But it's definitely looking that way. Okay, let's go ahead and retrieve the item. I mean, I could have blasted this all out the airlock, but that wouldn't have done a whole hell of a lot of good, realistically. I still would have had to come in here, and by the time I'd actually been able to, it wouldn't have mattered. The fire would have started up again anyway. Okay, you go ahead. Bennett, you're gonna go ahead and take care of this, and we're just gonna go ahead and try to fucking beeline it out of here. Okay, we are returning to base. Fun. Safest route. I don't think it's true, but we're taking it. Yeah, our ship is, it has seen much better days. In fact, we are literally seeing the, the bare metal showing up now. That's how bad shit got. Phasmat Outpost. Yeah, sorry, we're not taking care of that. We're in literally no position to do that. Yes. I realize, Command, you want us to do it, but we are down a man. We're under attack, large enemy presence. They came out of nowhere requesting. Okay, can you let me just fast forward, please? Accelerate time, get the hell out of here. Because I want to leave. We need to get home and mourn Pysic. Are you guys shooting at the base? Or, trying? I think you are. How about you don't? How about we just leave it be? Eh? It's done nothing to us. Well, you guys are actually doing a surprisingly decent job, but that's one of the reasons why I didn't want to do it. Fast jump charge, 20 seconds, just get us the hell out of here. No, I don't want to mess with the beacon either, game. Let's just get the hell out of here. We have 1:40 before it calls for reinforcements. You know, if I had medkits, we weren't down a gunner, Edry wasn't literally on the verge of death. Again. Maybe I would go ahead and deal with that. But not right now. Okay, fast jump charge will not be coming back anytime soon, so... this is not going to be fun. As long as it's just this group, I think we'll be okay, though. But if you could get into the sights of Bennett here, that'd be great. Thank you. But I'm going to tell you to focus fire. Need you to kill him. There you go. Great job. Okay, so that time the game was not lying when it said it was a high-risk mission. That was, in fact, a high-risk mission. And of course, now I need to get myself a new gunner, which is not fun. You, however, are not a gunner. Okay, what do we have for choices here? We have Jackson, Shengilia, Takai, and Sheik, I guess? I don't know. I assume that's how it's said, but I don't know that for certain. Well, they're all level 3, so it literally doesn't matter. There's a slight difference. Actually, there really is no difference, because these, I think, are because of... Actually, no, they're wearing basic gear. Gear that doesn't have any stats on it. So, for whatever reason, Sheik here starts out with an extra 9 armor, which I think is useful for a gunner. So, we're recruiting you. Of course, you're replacing that gear, because that gear is crap. Oh, I really want to give you the heavy armor. I really do. It's a little bit pricey, but I think it benefits you a lot. Yes, and I will give you a phase pistol so you can defend yourself, because especially you're in the rear, which is where the enemy is likely to come from. Okay, so the Discovery boots give us the same 5 armor as the armored boots. We don't get the movement penalty, and we get radiation protection. I feel like that's an obvious yes. Like, why would I not choose that? Especially for somebody who's going to be sitting around an area smack dab between two engines that are notorious, it seems like, for leaking radiation when under fire. So yeah, I'm going to give you that. Bennett, you're going to upgrade your armor. Huerta, you are also going to upgrade your armor. And I'm actually going to go ahead and just have you always carry a phase pistol with you. Oh, wait, we have heavy gloves? Did I? Yes, I did. I completely missed those for Sheik here. There you go. Okay, so this is a question of, do I give you gravity boots? I'm inclined to say yes. As my engineer, specifically my primary engineer, I think it would benefit you to be able to move around even if gravity is gone. Makes it a bit easier to repair stuff, obviously. Mendez. Turns out you should probably be wearing some decent gear, so here's a battle helmet. Here's a light armored suit Mark 1, a phase pistol so you can defend yourself on the bridge, some light gloves, and you can have Pi 6 armored boots. Edry, I'm also going to go ahead and give you the helmet. Phase pistol so you can defend yourself. Did I give you Mark 1 or Mark 2? I gave you the Mark 2. Yes, okay, great. Okay, let's head off to the ship. We have 5,000 credits left to spend on various upgrades, and we're going to be wanting to do that, I think. So, better gravity generator, less likely to break down and more durable. Could be useful. Oxygen, I think we're fine. Part of our issue, I think, was that the reactor almost went critical twice. So, we lose 1 pip of reactor power compared to the efficient reactor we have right now. But we more than double our durability. And I think that's a very useful upgrade. Now for weapons. Here we go, railgun. Slow firing, high damage, effective against ship hulls. Okay, well, here we go. So I can't afford most of these upgrades. So I don't know if the lightning guns are really worth having in one of these combo packs. I mean, you would think it would be, and your guys would just switch between them, no problem. But I think they might be better served in a position where they could just focus on trying to knock down people's shields as a result of the EMP effect. And then somebody else who's using an autocannon or a weapon that's great against the hull can focus on knocking them down. Or, you know, destroying them once it's all done. So our reader weapon right... actually, I don't recall. What level is it that you got the auto switch? Was that... Okay, you already have that. I think it's level 3 that you get that. Okay, great. Nope, excuse me. Back to the space. Back to editing the ship. Actually, I think maybe go with better engines. That gives us better evasion. Yeah, we're gonna go ahead and get the better engines. If we can evade the enemy, you know, give Edry a little bit more ability to evade fire, I think that'd be useful. Next time, I think we'll go for the weapons. How about no game? That seems like a bad idea. Let's just go for something nice and simple for Sheik's first mission with us. Give her some time to adjust to how things work on the ship, and we'll just investigate some phasmid activity near System Inner Alpha. Maybe we'll have some better luck. Okay, Huerta. Get where you need to go. Mamedovi? Yes, that's fine. You go ahead and launch. How much evasion do we have right now? We have 10. I think we used to only have 7. Before we did any upgrades. So it is a minor boost. The biggest thing is I need a better reactor. But that'll be a little while before we get another one. Flight offensive, 20%. I think we were at 27% last time with the efficient reactor. Oh shit, no, Edry, I wasn't trying to tell you to go anywhere. Those look like just the fighters. Yeah, it's level 3 that you get the auto switch. So, currently, Huerta does not automatically switch his weapon. Let's do a performance analysis. More coming in. Those look like the heavy fighters. Or whatever they are. The dudes with the solid beams. That just absolutely destroy our hull whenever they get the opportunity. You're nowhere near Mamedovi. I don't know where the hell you're aiming. You were way the hell off. Come on. I can understand Sheik not being the greatest, you know, the straightest shooter. She only has 50% accuracy. That's because she's level 3. Okay, so nice, simple mission. Sheik gets to understand how everything works on the ship. Before she inevitably gets dragged into something that'll result in her death. Because I think we can say comfortably that that is going to happen at some point. missions. What do we got this time? Repeats or high-risk away team and very high-risk campaign progress mission. We're not going to do the campaign progress mission. That seems like a terrible idea right now. We clearly need to kit out our ship a little bit more. So what'll get us the most money? Well, technically the away team does, but we're not going to do that. I think that's still a little too risky for us. Or is it? I think we've done this mission before. Yeah, I think we've done this mission before. You know what? Fuck it. We'll do it, actually. Yeah. We're gonna take the safe route there, though. Okay, we're safe here. Let's head off to Venus. Okay, and enemies incoming. Let's go ahead and start making our way to the next waypoint. But as soon as the enemies start getting spotted, we're going to go defensive flying. Oh, there we go, defensive flying. What do we have? Nothing I need to immediately take care of. Same there. Everybody go focus fire. And those are just basic fighters. That is a boarding craft. Oh shit, actually there's one right there too. I think we're gonna get boarded. Unless we start doing a hell of a lot more damage, I think we're gonna get boarded. Yep. Huerta, you know what you need to do. Get up, grab your rifle, go. Now you get back on your gun. Arta, get on your turret. Although we're gonna get boarded again, so I don't know why I bothered having you do that. You realistically should have just stayed back there. But I was hopeful that the rest of the team would do their job. you just gonna let me shoot you in the back? Apparently the answer to that is yes. Go ahead and patch up the reactor. And Ion Storm. Fun. Yeah, a little slow telling me about that. Lyra Winters. What is the effect of an Ion Storm game? You want to tell me? No? Okay, that's fine. I'm going to assume either engine or shield failure. Maybe both, depending on if shields are up or not. And conveniently, our rear shield goes down. And we lost power. Yep, okay. We lost power. Joy. Clearly not going to be charging up right now. That's not going to happen. Way too long and no evasion if we do that. Another burst incoming. Presumably I might have to time my burst. About to lose power again. Let's go ahead and tell you to get in here, patch up quickly. Two more. One more. Fly us back to where we need to be. Come on, guys. You can hit him. There you go. Let's get the hell out of here before it goes off again. Warning, asteroids. Oh no, this is not one that we've done. Because I think I would remember landing at a giant base on an asteroid. Next to a moon. I'm sorry, game, where the hell are we exactly? Kuiper Belt. Okay, yes. I suppose that makes sense. I do believe there are a small number of little, like, planetoid type things. Huerta, you're gonna join. Bennett, you're gonna join. Sheik, you're also going to join. Part of the reason for that is that you all have the nice fancy armor. So, you know, obviously, makes sense to put you all there. Enjoy. Okay, who got what? Okay, Bennett and Huerta both got the rifles. Okay, Sheik, check the camera. Okay, I need to destroy the reactor cooling unit, which I assume is that. There are 2 guys defending this. I have to go this way to get around. I don't know what that is. Oh, that's a... Okay, that's a way for them to send more guys in, because of course it is. That's good to know, I guess. That is actually a turret up there. Okay, this is not fun. Also, again, the fact that I cannot move the camera at all is the most annoying part about this, really. Oh, okay, that doesn't really hurt too badly. Also, actually... destroy that so they can't get in there. Okay, annoyingly, these do not work like that. Let's go ahead and repair these. Oh shit. Let's go ahead and shoot that. That way they can't use it. So I can't stop them from being able to get in through there. And they can't get to Sheik. Okay. I need to repair this to get into these rooms. Bennett, need you to come over here and watch. Actually, they don't seem to quite know where I am right now, which is great. But I think they are making their way up here, right? No, not quite. See if we can get these crates open before they get in here. Don't let them into the room, otherwise they will potentially blow that shit up, and I don't want them blowing that shit up. Okay, let's get that fixed. Get in there. Oh, do I need both of... Do I need both of those open? No, I just initiate the hack, and that in theory opens it, right? Oh, and of course I need to play the minigame, because why wouldn't I? That... No, I don't think that's right, actually. And I cannot back out, and I need you to take care of this dude. I chose the wrong one for one of these. It's a little hard to... I swear I hate this minigame. I hate any minigame that's like this. Actually, no, I think that might be right. I still hate any minigame that's like this. Okay. Shoot that and run! Sheik, get that door open. Probably should have told you to do that earlier, but didn't think about it at the time. Go, 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 go. Everybody. All the way in here. Let's return to the ship. There we go. Okay, let's get the hell out of here. Theoretically, we should have been caught in that explosion. But we're fine. We're fine. You know, plot said that our shields will actually hold. You are not all in the right spot. Game, I would love it if you did not automatically put people in certain spots. That'd be great. Let's save those stations. Theoretically, I should be able to use that going forward to move them back. Enemies incoming. Actually, you know what? No, defensive flying. We're not going to make it through the belt, or, you know, all the asteroids, before the enemy gets here. Nothing I need to focus fire on. You guys can be an annoyance, but you're not the boarding craft, so again, I don't need to focus fire. You don't have the automatic switching. Hopefully you'll get it soon. Damn, more heavy fighters. Let's actually try to get reasonably accurate shots off. There we go. And off we go to Venus. And of course we took a... God damn it. Edgery. You're still kind of crap at the main thing I need you to do when you're flying through an asteroid belt. And that is to avoid the asteroids. I know once we get, you know, better engines and shit, better reactors, so I can actually give you 4 full pips to engines. You'll get better at it. Anything you need to focus? Yes, focus fire on that guy. Almost got it. Oh, so damn close. Way too freaking close. Okay, and you guys should be able to deal with the rest of these guys with minimal issue. And I forgot to tell you to go defensive flying, so let's do that. Not that defensive flying does much against these guys. What if I tell you to be aggressive? No? Okay. Kinda figured. Come on. Okay, last one, and then we can get the hell out of here. And get to the moon, where I think we should be safe. Huerta, you're gonna go ahead and heal up, because you're kind of beat up. And off we go back to Athena Station. You head back to your station. I kind of thought we were a little bit faster than that. And let's land. Okay, so 3,000, 3,000 and 1,000 credits, 500 research plus 1,000. Okay, so better light armor suit. Environmental Mask Mark II, Armored Boots Mark II, Ultimate Loadout for ground missions, so I can actually equip everybody with phase rifles. Escape Pod Mark II. An improved escape pod. It has a good chance of an automatic recovery. If that fails, there's a strong chance that the pod can be tracked and recovered. Great. Fast Medical Bay 1, limited capacity, but heals crew members faster, better armored plating, better shield. Autocannon High Explosive Mark I, a kinetic firearm weapon that delivers 30mm high explosive rounds in bursts. Effective against armor, less effective against energy shields, can operate without reactor power. Okay, well we already have autocannon, so does this just do more damage than the normal autocannons? I'd assume so, because that's the only thing that makes any sense. But I guess we'll find out in a moment. But first things first, let's go ahead and see if I want to go ahead and swap you out for... Okay, so it gives you an extra 5 armor, and it actually has less of a penalty to speed. that actually sounds fairly nice. I just don't know if I want to actually give it to you, because I think I'd rather save the money on upgrading the ship. You know, better armor, better shields, all that jazz. Kinda makes it so I don't need to worry about certain things. So we can blow 2,000 on upgrading our shields. Creates average shielding and recharges at an average speed. Okay, so slightly faster recharge, which is helpful, as well as extra, you know, actual shielding provided. That sounds fairly nice. Okay, yeah, I think you are a lot better than the normal autocannons. Yes, in fact you are. Now, if only I could have you... Ooh, actually... Holy shit, that's expensive. Might still be worth it, though. If I'm gonna do it, I'd probably only do it for the rear slot, because it is expensive. Ridiculously so. But yeah, you are quite a bit better than the normal autocannon that we have. Well, it's that or we do just a minor upgrade to the Mark II plasma autocannon combo. Which I think we can just barely afford to do for everybody. Holy crap, that is expensive to get the ultimate loadout for the away team. Yeah, we're not getting that anytime soon. We don't do away team missions enough. Yeah, you know, I think we're just gonna go for the minor upgrade. No, just shy. The rear weapon is not able to get upgraded. Oh, are there any bounties out? Oh, there are. So you've been dealt with. But your two friends, however, still exist. Oh, and those are actually called gunships, not heavy fighters. I get them confused. That is a hacker craft. I don't think we've run into any of those. Okay, well that sounds like fun. Let's go ahead and do this. Investigate phasmid activity in the Kuiper Belt. Near Kuiper Belt Make. Okay, sure, that's what we'll call it. Oh, I don't remember which one Vorb was. I think he was the dude in the gunship. In which case, I think we'll be fine. I think. I think we only had the one route for this mission, but I wasn't paying it any real attention. But I think it was a one-way. Well, I think we're going to try and hold off on calling in fighter support until the champion arrives, and when he does, we'll use that to hopefully deal with him. I think he was worth 5,000. Oh, well, shit, there he is. Well, not here, but... Oh, there he is, okay. Oh my god, that's blinding. Let's go ahead and call in the fighter support. Okay, focus on him. His shields appear to be down. Oh, and he's just gonna fly right above us, and most of my guys don't actually have firing arcs for directly above us. So, evasive piloting. Break them off. Yeah, I'm not interested in getting poked and prodded, thank you very much. I mean, if that's your thing, you can do it, but it's not mine. Okay, and don't have shots on him again with most of our team. Oh, okay. Is that why you're invading? Because we didn't answer your calls? Okay, and now he's pissed off. We didn't quite manage to beat him. We got close, but not quite. God damn, I can't look in that direction because the sun just blinds me. Oh, being boarded again. Huerta, I know I just told you to put down the rifle, but turns out I lied. I need you to pick it back up. Mendez, I don't think there's anything I need you to be detecting, so go ahead and repair the grav generator. Get away from Mendez. Actually, Mendez, I think I gave you the phase pistol, and you realistically probably shouldn't be using the phase pistol. Realistically, you should probably have the repair tool. Okay, where do I need to go? Okay. To Epsilon. Okay, you get where you need to go. I don't think anybody desperately needs to be healed up right now. I mean, Edry's a little bit beat up, but I think they're fine. For the most part. Asteroid belt and ion storms. Fun. What the hell is that? Did something get destroyed here? It looks like it. And lost all power. I mean, Edry, you're getting better out of avoiding asteroids coming from the front. Okay, let's get out of here before another ion storm happens. focus on that one. In fact, everybody just go ahead and focus fire. Thank you. I don't... Okay, and we just lost some armor plating. None of those are boarding craft. We do have a boarding craft over there, however. I think we're gonna go ahead and call in fighter support to back us up. Because there's no reason not to, really. You have unlimited uses of it. You just don't want to use it at the wrong time. But, you know, try not to treat it like potions in Skyrim, where you just never use them because you think, well, maybe I'll need it in the future. Oh my god, you guys couldn't hit the broadside of a barn. There you go. Oh, I don't actually have you on defensive flying. I should remember to switch you. Something in front of us? No? Okay, it looked like there was. Because it looked like one of you were shooting in front of us. Okay, and back to base we go. I don't think these guys actually follow you through the gate. But I don't think I've ever had the opportunity to still have them here when I'm about to jump. Oh, nope. There they go. Oh, now it's a neutrino storm. Okay. Phasmid comms really near your location. You might be able to hack its broadcast to send a self-destruct code to nearby Phasmid ships. We'll try that. Sure. I think those are just regular fighters. Quite a few of them, so let's just go ahead and focus fire. Preferably kill them before we get into the asteroid belt. We don't have a lot of maneuverability in here. Okay. Whole bunch of shit just went to hell. Let's get the oxygen back up. I think this is because our shields are down. I'm pretty sure we've had neutrino storms before, and they have not done this when I've had my shields up. Oh, now we got a fire. Oh, good. You can hack this. Okay. Oh, that is not a great sound. That is really not a great sound. Looks like the first line is that. Werta, how about you go ahead and help with repairing? Okay, second line. Looks like this. This, that. Wonderful. Mendez, while you're here, go help extinguish these fires. Mendez, I said, how about you go help extinguish the fires? Oh, shoot. That's the way we need to go. Werta, get to your spot, thank you. I really need to get the hell out of here. I don't have my scanner up. Huerta, how about you go ahead and take care of that for now? Yes, we do in fact have enemies incoming. Mendez, get to your spot. Oh, go stow that somewhere first. Now get over here. Okay, now. You pick that back up. Put that where it needs to go. That has a boarding craft over there. Defensive flying. Wonderful. Let's go ahead and head back to the gate. Game sort of seemed to slow down a little there as we came around the corner. Okay, didn't manage to kill you, which is a shame. For a variety of reasons. How much were you worth? 5,000 credits. Yes, that would have been great to have. Speaking of 5,000 credits, let's go ahead and upgrade the rear gun, finally. I say finally as if it's been forever, but really hasn't been that long. Okay, and we can in fact afford a little bit of the armor upgrades. Question is where? And I think we get shot in the rear and the lower mid more than anywhere else. But I think I'm gonna go for rear, because we also tend to get asteroids up the backside. So, yeah. Oh, here we go. A mission to eliminate their champion. I think that's worth it. I need the money. Yeah, we're gonna go and do that. We're gonna basically call him to a duel. I don't know, we'll insult him or something. And, you know, he won't be able to stand for that, so we'll have to stand and fight us. I say that, but I'm pretty sure they still run away on these missions, so we're gonna have to rely on the firepower. And the main issue really is that we just do not have any of the firepower to be able to shoot straight up when he's hanging out above our ship. Oh shit. Border. We're not gonna get him in time. Huerta, grab your rifle. Don't let them knock the shields down, Huerta. You got one job. Also, let's do a performance analysis. Probably should have started that a little bit earlier when there were more enemies. But oh well. Damn it. His shields just went up right before he docked, so we weren't able to finish him off. Great job. Okay, let's go ahead and start charging up. I'll cancel that so it starts recharging immediately. Okay, now he's gonna be here. Because this is as far as this map goes, right? Yes. Now, I just need to find out where he is. There he is. Focus fire on him. And call in fighter support. Partly to just get everybody else off of us, but also to help us deal with him. And he's gonna fly above us, evasive maneuvers, break him off. No thanks. I'm fine. He's above us again, and that is on cooldown. Oh, actually, Bennett does actually have a firing arc up above us sometimes. Still on cooldown. Okay, our backup is leaving us now. Shields went down. Mendez, go patch that up. I mean, okay, sure, it'd be an excellent science project. Do I have... Yes, I do. Mendez, get back to your station. We got focus fires back up and ready to go. And of course the oxygen system goes down now. I know that game, but kind of in the middle of something. He's almost dead. Okay, that decided not to spark a fire. That's great, I guess. You know, the game did everything in its power to indicate that it was going to, but then said, nah, never mind. Evasive piloting. Risk of fire, but I think we'll be fine. Where the hell did he go? Oh, he's still up there. Game, you said risk of fire, not radiation. But never mind, looks like we're getting radiation. Oh shit, Edry's down. Okay, we got him. Wonderful. Let's start trying to get the hell out of here. Did they all leave, or are they just out of our firing arcs? I think they're leaving. Yes, they are. Okay. Wonderful. Mendez, go heal yourself. Okay, Mendez, I think you're fine now. Maybe have you heal up a little bit more later, but for right now, I think you're okay. Okay, so that should be quite a bit of money. We got a random item to retrieve. Drop pod of essential resources. Okay, yeah. Whatever you say, boss. Okay. And let's continue on our journey back home. That should be quite a bit of money for us. You know, we might actually be able to get a reasonable number of upgrades done. 5,000. Okay. For some reason, I could have sworn you got the mission reward and the champion bounty, but apparently that's not the case. You get just the champion bounty. I was kind of expecting to get 10,000 for having successfully killed him. But whatever, it's still a decent amount of money. Just not quite what I was expecting. So we have a replacement for our totally not United States Colonial Marines helmet for the totally not Starship Troopers helmet. So heavy laser, after tracking a target with a guide laser, emits a powerful blast of energy and heat, more effective against shields and ship hulls, less effective against armor, requires reactor power to operate. Okay. So now we're starting to get some weapons that are effective against multiple things. With the exception of the particle beam, so never mind. Inflicts damage by firing a concentrated beam of ionized atoms. It is more effective against shields and slightly less effective against ship hulls and armor. Well, you say slightly less effective instead of just less effective, so I assume it's still surprisingly useful. Biggest issue is that it requires reactor power. Okay, so do we swap you guys out for the slows you down more helmet? I mean, it's a cheap upgrade, but I almost would prefer to just upgrade the ship again. The Auto Cannon Mark III. Plasma cannon plus railgun. Okay, game, now you're piquing my interest. You're really piquing my interest with some of these things. Also, it is interesting that the railgun only says it's effective against ship hulls. It makes zero mention of how effective it is against shields or armor. So that is an interesting little, you know, piece of information there. I think we're going to go ahead and upgrade the shields. That is something I've been wanting to do for a little while now since we got the new shields. Just had, you know, other stuff that I thought was more important. Let's go ahead and get better armor. Not quite able to afford everywhere. Actually, no, we already had it on the rear, so never mind. We were able to afford to get it everywhere now. Next major upgrade, I think, will be on the weapons. And, you know, I'm kind of inclined to check out the heavy laser. I don't think most of the guys we fight actually have armor. Or at least not enough to matter. So the heavy laser might actually be a very useful weapon to choose. I just need to make sure that we never lose reactor power. Or at least, you know, power to weapons. Actually, we do have some money left over, so I think we will go ahead and get those upgraded helmets. And I think we're going to go ahead and give it to everybody. I can't give you the engineering tool right now, Mendez. A little bit shy on being able to afford it, and we do not sell the phase pistol when we do this. It just goes into our inventory. Up, and new guy has already come into place. He flies one of their beam fighters, so these guys. Yeah. We're just gonna go ahead and clear out Phasmid forces. We haven't done this mission before. Okay, so we have decent shields. Technically they're just average, but you know, that decent. As well as decent armor. Now the game did not mention anything about either of their champions showing up here, so I think we'll be fine. Without needing to deal with that stuff. Yes, Mendez, I know we need to go to Mercury, but we're not going right now. There's enemies coming. And I want to get the XP. Plus, we wouldn't be able to leave in time anyway, so... just gunships everywhere. Whole boatload of gunships. Come on, finish them off. Don't let them get away. Yeah, the only real downside to using weapons that have, you know, multiple modes is the few seconds it takes them to actually switch. So I think once we have the opportunity, we're going to be replacing everybody's equipment with the heavy laser. And hopefully it's not a bad investment, because it could result in us losing the ship in the worst case scenario. Okay, meteor shower incoming. Let's just go ahead and move on. I'm not interested in being here and dealing with meteors, thank you very much. Oh, but of course the enemy says we've got our own plans. Fine, damn it. We're not getting away in time. And the next zone is the last zone. Let's just focus fire. Try to deal with these guys as quickly as we can. There we go. Are there more? Oh, there are more. That is a boarding craft. Thank you very much. Kill it. We just lost some of our armor plating. And we go back to our guys not being able to hit the broadside of a barn. Okay, let's get out of here before the next meteor shower comes. Immediately go to defensive flying. because I don't want to fly into the asteroid belt. Or the Kuiper belt, whatever this place is. Okay, it is asteroid belt. Those look to be the heavy fighters. Okay, what's in front of us? Two boarding craft. Okay, well, we're not going to be killing both of them. Let's go ahead and call in fighter support. And evasive piloting so they can't get on us. Although, realistically, I probably should have waited to use that until they actually got on us. But oh well. Choose the one that's coming at us right now. Come on, Sheik, I know you can hit it. It's literally right there. There's no way in hell you're realistically missing that. You don't need to wait for a firing solution from the computer. What is your problem? You had a shot. Get back to your station. Okay, I think these are the last two. Last one. And we happen to lose some of our armor right there at the end as well. Let's go ahead and get out of here. Yep. And we're gonna be attacked. Let's at least start flying over there. Once we start firing, we'll go defensive. Heavy fighters from the looks of it. Or at least, you know, what I refer to as heavy fighters. I don't know if that's actually what they're called. Because I don't think they're the beam dudes. That is a boarding craft. Evasive, get him off our back. Okay, cancel that. Don't need to use the whole thing. Go ahead and get it recharging now. Rear shields failed. Yeah, a little slow on the uptake there, Edry. Also, performance analysis. Get us the extra XP. Probably should have used it as soon as the fight started, but I forgot about it. Lost more armor plating. Oh, there goes more. But now we can leave. Well, not quite. Oh, shit. Something's failing. Oh, one of our engines, rather. Bennett, why don't you go ahead and check out the reactor, because it seems to be somewhat damaged. At least enough for the game to report it to me. Sheik, get out of the room for now. So you don't get too much radiation. Yeah, how about we don't? Go ahead and jump. There we go. You know, it doesn't seem like a great job to jump when you have somebody outside the ship. Okay, Phasmid Beacon, let's go ahead and check it out. I need you to be level 10 for me to be able to tell you to auto-hack. So Mendez, I need you to hurry up and level up. Okay, first one looks like this, that, and that. Wonderful. Second one looks like that, that, and that. Wonderful. That gets us whatever the reward is. Sheik. I realize we're heading to base anyway, so it doesn't really matter, but just go ahead and heal up, because why not? You can try and act like you didn't take any real damage. If Command asks, then why is the medbay partially used? We can come up with some sort of excuse. Not a whole lot for hacking the beacon. There we go. Better heavy armor suit. Better just standard autocannon. And then plasma cannon railgun combo. Which I don't think is the brightest idea of a weapon. I really don't. Because both of those require reactor power. So you don't have any fallback, and that's a combo, that's the issue. You know, if it was, I don't know, you know, one of the, where is it? Plasma cannon plus missile launcher? Great. Missile launcher operates without reactor power, so it's not too big of a deal. Okay. Do I go ahead and replace somebody's equipment with the heavy laser to see how it performs? Because it does more damage than either of our current weapons. With the current combo, it's 74 for the plasma cannon and 71 for the autocannon. And this is 130, almost double the damage. Again, most effective against shields and hull, less effective against armor. I think that might actually be a decent option. Again, I don't think the enemy has much in the way of actual armor for most of their stuff. So let's go ahead and slap this on the rear, I think. And we'll see how Sheik... Well, basically we'll ask Sheik what they think of it after this. In the meantime, let's go ahead and do some more missions. How much is that again? 1900 each? Yes, 1900 each. So I could just go ahead and do easy missions. That actually is not the worst idea, just grind out a couple of easy missions. But nah, let's do this away team. We need to, it's a medium risk, we need to clear out one of our facilities that have been invaded out in Kuiper Belt, Homia. Again, Sheik's biggest issue is going to be that they do not have any backup in the event that power goes out. But they're not alone, at least right now. They're the only one using that, and everybody else does have a fallback, so it's not the end of the world. Okay, seems a bit slower firing, but it is a guaranteed hit, it seems like, so long as you have an arc. Maybe? No, it's not. Okay. You were just really good with those first couple shots. Okay, yeah. You were just really good with those first couple shots, but now you kind of suck. But it is actually pretty effective, it seems. Because those guys normally take a bit more of a beating. No, you're not boarding me. Okay, that looks like it's just a regular fighter. Go ahead and cancel that. Don't need to be using it anymore. Oh, you almost hit Sheik. There you go. Damn, Sheik, you're doing a great job. Yeah, I think we're gonna use the heavy laser. I'm kinda liking it. Just the little bit that we've had so far. It is pretty effective, it seems. Asteroids. Let's just go ahead and fly through to the other side. Come on, you got 10% evasion. You can avoid the big asteroids in front of you. God damn. Okay, the game claimed enemies were incoming, but we haven't encountered them, so let's just go ahead and move on. Okay, Sheik, Huerta, and Bennett again. They're gonna make up our usual landing party. So, Huerta, get over there. Mamdovi, you go ahead and repair that. Bennett. Oh, okay, Sheik's just gonna literally walk through the wall. Okay. Okay, step back. Let all those blow up. Okay, so we got a bit of an issue here where if I step on this platform, enemies can and will respawn. Let's just take everybody. Oh, shit. Okay, step back here. Let them come to us. And we'll just blow things up as well. Okay, and Sheik does still have their phase pistol, which is actually kind of nice. I don't know whose bright idea it was to build these little trap doors that activate, but I want that person fired. Because they are a terrible architect for a star base. Okay. Let's go ahead and open all this stuff up. Not too bad. Medium risk, I would say that's more of low risk personally. That gets us all the credits and all the research crates. And it looks like it's actually only a one-time thing. So it's not as bad as I thought. Okay, let's take off, get out of here. And immediately fly into an asteroid. Great job, Edry. If I could revoke your pilot's license, I would. Because you don't deserve it. You really don't. You literally took off into an asteroid. And it's not a small one. It was a fairly decent-sized asteroid. I don't know how the hell you managed to take off right into it. But you found a way. You found a way. At least you do attempt to avoid the ones that come from the front. I think you got real lucky with that one that came from the rear. It just happened to hit while you were maneuvering to avoid one coming from the front. Yep, I'll take care of the beacon. Something is dying on us. Oh, it's the grav generator, because of course it is. I mean, at least the grav generator isn't too big of an issue. Okay, this is a longer one. Okay, that is such a weird code. Wonderful. We'll get the minuscule amount of credits and research for doing that. But hey, it's something. And we need it anyway. So, if it's not too out of the way, we're not badly beat up, we'll take care of those things. Oh yeah, that's quite a bit of credits. And as for research, that took us over the threshold to get armored gravity boots, engineering gloves, oxygen generator 3, autocannon plus particle beam, which actually probably isn't that bad. I'd have to double check what the particle beam is good against. And then flak cannon plus particle beam. So what is particle beam good against again? Most effective against shields and slightly less effective against ship hulls and armor. So particle beam to knock out shields, and then autocannon to finish them off, in theory. Though, granted, in theory, the particle beam also does a decent job at that, so... yeah. Oh, there we go. Heavy laser plus autocannon. I don't think I'd bother with that. I think I would just stick with the heavy laser. Just the one. Because I don't... the only reason that I would use this combo here of heavy laser plus autocannon Mark 1, or any of the autocannon marks, would be if I turned off auto switch on everybody. But then in that case, I have to remember to tell them to switch to the autocannon if for whatever reason we lose power. So I don't think I'm going to bother with those. I think we're going to just stick with the heavy laser. It does us well. It is great. But before I forget, let's go ahead and, or rather before I spend all the money, let's go ahead and swap you out to the engineering tool. So that you can actually, you know, do that relatively well. A personal shield for Huerta might not be a bad idea. But if I do that, that is something that's down the road. So, probably not happening anytime soon. Okay, so the armored gravity boots give us the benefits of the gravity boot and the benefits of the armored boots Mark 1 with a further penalty to movement speed. But I suppose it's still technically better than what you have without it. Or rather without gravity, so might not be the worst idea for you. You at least then get some of the armor back that you would have had if I gave you the armored boots. So yeah. Primary engineer is going to go ahead and get that. Also, your hobby. Never really bothered looking at any of these. Hollow sculpting. So, 3D modeling. But, you know, in the future. Okay, right weapon. Heavy laser, left weapon, heavy laser, front weapon. Can't afford it. Which I already knew was going to be the case, but... you know, I had to finish the whole thing. Let's go ahead and escort the transport to Europa. Oh, enemy champion will be here. I don't recall which one that is. I think that's the one that was rumored to be spying on people. Don't quote me on that. Go ahead and follow the transport. Oh, what the hell? Okay, holding shift gives me this view, which is interesting. Damn, Bennett, you're really good at shooting. 66% accuracy. Also, we probably shouldn't be riding the transport's ass. We can follow them, but we don't need to be literally right on their ass. Oh yeah, I love these heavy lasers. God, they're great. We're gonna go ahead and start charging up as well. Or, well, rather, queue up to charge. Is it the same view no matter who? Yes, it's the same view no matter who I select. No boarding ships. So, just let you guys fire at will. Just fighters again. Oh, now you guys are missing. There you go. I knew you could do it. Oh shit. There's a boarding ship. Oh damn, that guy intercepted it. Great job. Nope. Back off. You know, I think these heavy lasers behave in a similar manner as lasers in Elite Dangerous, where you kind of have to fire them at some point. You can't just, like, hold the trigger down for all eternity. Go defensive flying. Come on, you guys can get him. I realize it's a little hard to hit somebody who's moving around so much. Where to get your rifle? Stop shooting my shit, buddy. Bennett, go repair that. Great. We got enemies incoming. Is the big dude himself gonna show up here, or is he gonna wait until we get to Europa? I'm thinking he's gonna wait until we get to Europa. And of course we run into an asteroid. Come on. There you go. You're doing a great job, Sheik. You're doing a great job. Also, defensive flying. Those are all just regular old fighters. They are a bit of a pain to hit, I will admit. Damn, almost got a twofer. Come on, one last shot. Somebody can do it, right? There you go. Okay. So, be ready to call in fighter support. After the freighter docks, because that's when the fighting will take place. But of course, I'll wait until the enemy actually shows up. those are just regular fighters. I'm not gonna call in my support right now. Actually, you know what? Go ahead and use the focus fire now. I think we'll be fine. Some more guys coming in from the front. Looks like gunships. Some armor just fell off. I don't really need to be right here, game. Let's fly back a little bit more towards the station. Wonderful. Need to take care of these guys. Or at least get them off us. Or rather, excuse me, off the freighter. Oh, you almost hit. Or maybe you did. I saw his shield pop up, but I don't know if that's because it just happened to restore right at the time in which you just barely missed him. Okay, the big dude himself didn't show up yet, so I guess he's gonna show up on the way back. That's the only thing that makes sense. Because we were told that he was here, supposedly. And I've never had a game say that and then the dude just never shows up. They always show up in my experience. Both in this game and Bomber Crew. Okay, no fighting here, which is a little surprising, because I think normally we have had fights here. Let's go ahead and patch up the reactor, why not? Oh, here we go. Spoke too soon, now we have a fight coming. We're gonna stay and take it. There you go, yes. If you all fire on the same target, you can kill them quickly. More enemies incoming. Stick to the defensive flying. Come on. Show yourselves. Know you're here. There they are. Anything special? No, doesn't look like it. Oh, you almost got 2 hits on him and that would have finished him off, I think. After this mission, everybody's gonna have heavy lasers. Maybe depending upon how close we are to getting Heavy Laser Mark II, some of them might even get the Mark II version. Probably not, but you never know. I don't think we're close to getting it, though. But, you know, just putting it out there. If we are close and I'm wrong about us not being close, then that's gonna be a nice upgrade, I think. There he is, finally showing himself. Took you long enough, buddy. Damn, he's almost dead already. Come on, finish him off. Don't let him get away. Don't let him get away. Finish him off. He's almost dead. No, god damn it. Oh shit. Border. Nope. You're not boarding me. We almost had him. We needed just a little bit extra firepower. Also, we're gonna go and be aggressive. Because we don't need to be defensive anymore. Maybe if we were aggressive, we would have been able to get him, because I think that results in you having more guns on a prioritized target. You need to aim a little bit better than that. Okay. Well, this mission is effectively over. And I think once we get back to base, that's probably going to be it for this live stream, because I don't think we're going to really have quite the time to do another mission. Oh, more enemies incoming. Be aggressive. Come on. Where are they? Spawn them in game. Oh, shit, I think we actually got a hit in. Yeah, we did in fact get a hit in. Like right after they spawned. I was wondering where the hell Sheik was aiming, because I didn't realize there were more that just spawned in behind us. Finish him off. I think you, yeah, I was about to say, I think you only need one more good hit. And grav generator's going again. It hasn't been too big of an issue, so I haven't, you know, wanted to bother replacing the oxygen and grav gens, but I should probably be doing that at some point. Just like I said, they haven't really been an issue, so we haven't bothered. They've generally only gone down because they've been shot a bunch of times, sometimes. Let's go ahead and watch what we can from this perspective. Fast forward, 2250, 750, failed to kill Kashaya Poros. And Sheik has gotten their secondary skill. I do not recall what's his face had. And I don't think I can look at it. I think I might have given him engineering, because that's the only thing I can think of. I doubt I gave him security officer, because he's nowhere near where the security officer would be. And I don't think any of those abilities are actually all that useful. Yeah. You know, it mentions they are also skilled in close quarters combat, but they don't actually have any abilities that affect that. So, yeah. Not all that useful. You'll notice that we've never had Huerta actually sit at his console and do his actual assigned primary job. He's always doing his secondary job of being a weapons officer. So, yeah, Sheik, you're gonna become an engineer, because, you know, you can never have too many engineers. But because you're my tertiary engineer, you're not actually going to be equipped with any of the normal equipment that I would likely give an engineer, so you're still going to keep a phase pistol. Oh, here we go. Mission to eliminate champion. Again, I don't think we're going to do that tonight. Well, it's only 2 jumps. We might actually have the time. Yeah, you know what? Fuck it. We'll do it. I think we got the time. And that's a hefty sum of money. And actually, he's the dude in the beam craft. So we still haven't run into you in the hacker craft, because, you know, we couldn't come up with a actually decent name for it. I think next time we might actually do the Phasmid mothership. But that'll be next time. Let's go ahead and eliminate the champion. Oh, goddammit, we're flying into the corona of the sun, so I won't be able to see shit during this first area. Or at least I won't be able to see anything for, like, half of the map. And I'll have to keep rotating the camera so I'm not blinding myself and you all with the sun. And once the enemy starts getting spotted, we'll switch to aggressive. Oh, and of course, I'm not going to be able to look in that direction because I'll just get blinded. So, you know, you guys, hopefully you do a good job. It's a bunch of gunships, so that's fun. don't quite have the arc, guys. I don't know why you're even bothering to try and shoot. You don't have the arc for it. That is a boarding ship. I don't want that. Murder it quickly. I said murder it quickly. There we go. Break off the evasive piloting. Oh, god damn it. Whose bright idea was it to fight around the corona of the sun? I mean, yes, it's cool and all, but goddamn, does it just blind you? Can't rotate the camera that far up. Okay, aggressive flying, because we're all in good health. But let's maybe not. You know, fly directly into the asteroid belt, thank you very much. Aggressive piloting. Personally, I would have referred to this as aggressive mode instead of just attack mode. It seems weird that the defensive mode is actually called defensive, but then for whatever reason the aggressive mode is called attack. You know, just to be consistent. Ouch. We're losing quite a bit of armor. It's a good thing we don't actually need to pay anything to repair it. Unless we lose the ship. Then we need to pay money to get everything back. There we go, dealt with him. Now you guys just go ahead and attack as you see fit, because I don't think I really need to prioritize anymore. Although, actually, I think they're running away. Because they did the same thing last time. Yeah. Just go ahead and leave, then. Okay, so that wasn't too bad. And the, heavy lasers continue to show why they're so great. Oh, station needs aid. Sure. And whose bright idea was it to build a station around the corona of the sun? Oh, I don't need a refill on any of my stuff, but I'll still land because it's an optional objective, and I guess I get whatever for it, so I don't need anything. But I'll do it just to check it off. Oh, Of course it has been. We were literally just here around the Corona of the Sun game. Is it really a surprise that, oh, turns out the place was hijacked? No. Sheik, you just repair that. Let's get out of here. Oh, god damn it, game, don't fly us into the sun. I don't need to get blinded. Oh, so please don't rotate the camera towards the sun when I zoom out. That'd be great. Okay, so that was technically, you know, hard or very hard risk mission, but it was actually pretty easy. Again, thank you, heavy lasers. And yeah, that's quite a bit of money we're getting for it. 7,500 credits for just killing the champion himself. Then maybe plus some more for going to the aid station that wasn't actually an aid station, it was a death station. Nope, we're literally gonna get nothing for having landed there. Okay, sure game, thanks. Okay, so we have Environmental Mask Mark III. Personal Cloak. Not going to bother with that. Fast Charge Shields Mark II. Not going to bother with that. Medical Bay Mark III. I would love to get better medical bays. I just haven't had the ability to justify the costs so far. Better Armored Plating. And Heavy Laser plus Autocannon Mark I. We're not going to bother with that, but I think we will go ahead and give ourselves the better armor. Yeah, let's do that first, and then we might have a couple of minor upgrades to the crew. More specifically, the equipment they have, but I don't think we're going to be able to afford it. Nope, in fact, we are, what, like 600 credits shy of being able to get full Mark IV standard plating. Which I don't know why it's called standard plating, because I think it's literally the only plating that you have here. I know in Bomber Crew there were different types of plating for, you know, extra armor or still providing some extra armor being lighter so it's not as much. And other, I think there might have been one more type, but I might be misremembering. Because I know Bomber Crew had this whole thing because it's, you know, World War II aircraft. You couldn't necessarily put a whole bunch of stuff there, so there was actually some sort of weight limit system so that you couldn't just give yourself the best of the best gear and call it a day. But that's not the case here, because we're not flying in atmosphere or anything, so... Yep, we're just gonna move on. Let's see, Missile Launcher Mark II at, 75 research points, and an extra 2,000 on top of that to get Lightning Gun Mark II, which we haven't bothered with the Lightning Gun because we had no reason to upgrade to them. By the time we actually got a lightning gun, or rather the money, to be able to use one of the combos of the lightning gun, we had the heavy laser, and the heavy laser is just so much better. But yeah, so that's going to be it for tonight. Actually, let's check real quick. Did we get another guy already added? We did. And he is in a heavy fighter. Complete with a charging plasma lance. That sounds wonderful. Although little is known about Phasmid's societal structure, our researchers believe that Enga Hake is of a noble or elevated lineage within the Phasmid species. Okay. Well, that sounds like fun. And, oh boy, is that worth quite a... That bounty is quite a bit. 10,000 credits? Hell yes. But as I was saying, that's going to be it for tonight. We will be back tomorrow with more Space Crew, unless something comes up and I have to cancel, but I don't see that being the case. As a heads up, for those of you watching the VOD over here on Twitch, there's a link to a Google form you can fill out to go ahead and be able to name one of the crew. For those of you watching the VOD once it goes live on YouTube, I will have that same link down in the description so you can easily go ahead and access it. Let's see, we have completed 19 missions. We've lost 1 crew. We have earned 57,000, almost 58,000 credits. Giving me research gained here is a little redundant because research never goes down, it only ever goes up. We have completed 103 jumps, destroyed 511 enemy ships, and killed 98 enemy boarders. And that damn pigeon is still there. But yeah, so that'll be it for this stream. I'll see you all next time. Until then, goodbye and farewell.